This morning, the White House already walking back some of President Biden's more off-script moments from his town hall, where he worked to unify Democrats around his still struggling agenda and address the economic headwinds the country's facing, including the pandemic-related supply chain crisis, delaying goods ahead of the holidays. The president saying he'd consider deploying the National Guard to help.
Supply chain issue? Absolutely, positively, I would do that.
But you're actually talking about having National Guardsmen or women driving trucks?
The answer is yes, if we can't move to increase the number of truckers, which we're in the process of doing.
The White House now saying using the National Guard is up to governors, and they're not actively pursuing it. The president also giving the most extensive details yet about what's in and what's out of his economic plan. At the top of that list, one of Mr. Biden's proposals to increase the corporate tax rate now looks unlikely because of pressure from moderate Senator Kyrsten Sinema, who opposes it.
She said,
Mr. Garland, Facebook has admitted in a letter to the Arizona Attorney General that it, quote, allows people to share information about how to enter a country illegally or request information about how to be smuggled, close quote. 8 U.S.C. 1324 criminalizes aiding and abetting entry into the U.S. By illegal aliens. Have you sent a letter or issued a memorandum similar to the 10-421 memorandum directing departmental resources to be dedicated to investigating the apparent violation of law, similar to the one? Have you done that?
I haven't seen the letter or information that you're talking about, but if it was sent to the department, I'll make sure that we look at it.
Game over.
Hey guys, this is Tommy with Tommy Nation Politics. How's everyone doing today? Tommy Nation Politics.
it went from state to state convincing people that they allow them to put 20,000 gallons of gasoline under the ground. They didn't want them around.
Game over.
Game over.
What's up, guys? My friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. This is Tommy with Tommy Nation Politics. How's everyone doing today? Good? I'm your new independent progressive media, giving you the truth, nothing but the truth, because I think you can handle the truth. So help you God. We've got the election only one day away, guys. First Tuesday of November. It's the time when we get together. We have to make all of these decisions of our, of our leaders. Our leaders. I know I can't make a decision ever without my best friend, my right hand, with me, because he helps me make those good decisions. We didn't have to talk about us not voting for the Democrats or Republicans though. That was already given. But Micah, it's good to have you on the show. Welcome back to Tommy Nation Politics. How's it going?
It's going.
It is going, isn't it?
Another day in paradise.
Paradise. So I guess we'll have to just forget about the 8 million people that slipped into poverty during the CARES Act, the income inequality not seen since the Gilded Age, the high and still growing fucking inflation, and the fucking shortages of food. Because why?
Paradise is definitely said with some sarcasm. Yeah, it's been a rough 10 months. What can you say?
I think it's been a rough fucking 2 years, bro. Ever since they got their hands on this fucking CARES Act money, they literally have just been fucking robbing us blind and making us do shit every time we ask questions. Hey, did you just buffer the stock market with government money? That's not a free market. Hey, you, take a vaccine. You gotta fucking trust the science. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Micah, before we get into the election, honestly, I really feel like this whole blaming one side versus the other side, it's just to distract us from the fact that they're stealing from us. And literally, that's it. Now they're raising taxes. Joe Biden, bro. So how do you think this election is going to go, man, with the president's approval rating literally lower than any president in the last 50 years, according to CNN?
Honestly, Thomas, I don't know. I don't necessarily trust the whole political system at this point. I think a lot of things can be swayed one way or another. So I guess we'll have to wait and see.
You don't trust our political system? You don't trust in these leaders who only want to do people because the kids smart.
And like you've been saying, so many of these people are just playing on the same team. So, you know.
But Trump, man.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
How'd that work out for everybody? How did that work out for everybody? Literally, guys, you ask for anybody but Trump and you get Joe Biden, a guy who literally makes your gas twice as high, literally shortages of food. How is this happening? What the fuck is happening? Do you even know what's happening, Micah? What is even happening right now?
I don't know, Thomas. It's funny because I think about the times when I would hear about like the government and how you need to go out and vote and how your vote matters, and you know, politics didn't really affect me when I was younger, so I really didn't care. But like now, you see it and you see kind of like the reach of the government and like what they're trying to do, and every day it's like something new. And I mean, it's really about lining their pockets. So when it's all said and done, that's what it really comes down to. But
I mean, how many ways can they line their pockets up? They're already not going to like be able to spend all the money that they've made betraying the United States of America and the people. Like, how much is enough? These people, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, tell that to Jeff Bezos. Like, I mean, how much is enough? So,
I mean, we're just gonna fucking go in space and laugh and giggle. That was the dumbest space trip I've ever seen in my life. Like, they didn't even do anything.
All the billionaires.
I'm not gravity, man.
Well, all the billionaires, man, they all of them pretty much like doubled their wealth, if not more, during this pandemic. So
it's so funny how you don't
sad,
like
man.
politics. You don't like politics, but you know more about politics than anybody I know. Like, literally, you know that they doubled the wealth. Nobody else knows.
I just know it's a dirty game. I mean, you've been saying it for a while. I mean, and like I don't know, like the whole thing with Trump. I mean, Trump was his own kind of. There was nothing had ever been like Trump before this, so that was kind of its own thing. But
it was
like, but like you're saying, like they really are just all like playing for the same team. It's all really just a big show. It's like a big game, and
so Donald Trump, he's been
richer and the poor get poorer. Right?
He's been floating that he's going to run again in 2024. Do you think he will? And B, do you think he'll win the nomination again? What do you think about that?
I think it's too early to say at this point. I think we're only like 10 months into this presidency, so I think it's a little too soon to say on that. But I don't know. How's he been floating it? Has he been like saying it, or have other people been saying that he's thinking about it, or you know?
I mean, I know you like the guy, so I don't want to go into a lot of detail of. During 9/11, during the 9/11 ceremony, he was at a police station because he thinks cops are good tough job, and he was like, "Hey, I might run, I might not. Who cares? We'll see." During 9/11, to me, I was like, "Man, how could you disrespect like this moment and talk about only yourself?" Just another one of the things that I don't like about the guy, but yeah. So he was floating it during 9/11. He was like, "I might run again. Hey, look, Twin Towers, I might run again." I'm sorry, bro. Like, he's funny though. He's funny.
But here's the thing, Thomas. What
an asshole.
I'll say this: when it comes to the president, like, I could care less what their skin color is, what their sex is, what their age is.
What about if they talk about themselves? What about if they talk about themselves during 9/11?
I feel like most people who run for president have to be like a little narcissistic in a way. Like, if you're gonna run for president of the United States, anyway.
Oh my God.
But I don't care. I don't care who it is. It doesn't matter. It needs to be the person who's best fit for the job. Period.
What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't know, because it's such a hard job. It's such a hard job. It's almost like impossible to do when you really think about it. Like one person doing that job, it's almost impossible. So I don't know who the perfect, if there even is a perfect candidate, because it's such a crazy job, but whoever is best fit for that job. And, it's everyone's decision on who they think that is, but it shouldn't be about sex. It shouldn't be about the color of their skin. It shouldn't be about any of that. It's like checking off those boxes. I mean, that's the way it should be, but we know it's just a big game.
I honestly don't think
Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, she would have been a great candidate, but
yes, but you say fit for the job. I think the job is to literally have to say no to all these bloodthirsty psychopath lunatics in the Pentagon and the FBI and the CIA. Just say no. Don't fucking go over to Pakistan and fucking instigate some shit. Don't fucking arm rebels to overthrow Gaddafi in Libya. Don't fucking try to assassinate Fidel Castro like they were doing in the 50s. They tried to assassinate Fidel Castro 50 times before the Bay of Pigs. Did you know that? These guys, all they do is instigate shit and try to kill other people. And that really helps. I don't know if that helps our foreign policy. I don't think it does. That's the whole reason why, literally, we were so mad that the fucking... who's that they took over Afghanistan? The Taliban, right? Taliban. Yeah, we're so mad that the Taliban took over because we fucking fucked them up and we we instigated against them. We were instigating against the Taliban before 9/11. Remember that? We tried to link them to Al Qaeda and we smeared them, even though they have nothing to do with Al Qaeda. So we would try to play these little games and it's never worked out, bro. As soon as we left Afghanistan, the Taliban just took back over. And we're like, fucking bitch. Couldn't assassinate Fidel Castro. God damn it. These guys suck.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that the media's not talking about Afghanistan very much anymore. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but
I don't know either, bro. I'm scratching my head about Afghanistan. First of all, what was that? You're supposed to leave the military in last. This isn't even a left or right thing. It's people with common sense know this. What the fuck was Joe Biden doing? Who the fuck decided to have the military leave? What? That was the worst decision ever, and you can't even fucking excuse that on a right wing, left wing. That was dumb. Period. Why is Joe Biden doing stupid shit like that, bro? Is he hungry? You need more ice cream? Did he lose his bomber jacket at the Iowa State Fair? What do you think, Micah?
I think I don't know.
Did he run across some people smoking some pot? Oh my God, those fucking niggers in their pot needs to be tested, decriminalized.
I think he's just a puppet, man. I think he's just a puppet, and guess who's got their hand up is, you know what? It's got to be China, right? I don't know. I mean, let's be real. It's just a puppet. It could be anybody. It could be anybody in that office, and they just.
Let me just tell you, when you say things like China, if the Republicans win this election, and they pick up seats in the House of Representatives, and they get a majority in the Senate, this whole China thing is going to be a Republican. It's a pet project. I can already tell. Just like their thing was Iraq. Remember weapons of mass destruction? Their new pet project, the Republicans, to get back to power is China. That's all they ever say, all day, every day, dude. 9/11, 9 times out of Matt Gaetz, China. Tommy Lauren, China. Ted Cruz, China. They are all talking about China. I can tell that's the next Republican pet project. They're going to fucking try to instigate us into war with China. I don't know if that's a smart or wise decision or a decision that benefits our interests, though. I think at the end of the day, what I wanted from the intelligence community was to find out who started this coronavirus. Was it a lab leak? Was it? Our intelligence hasn't told us anything. Do you know how this whole coronavirus thing started still? It's fucking intelligence, bro.
It was a bat, right? It's a bat that got out, right?
So yeah, then you have that story, and then you have Fauci testing on animals. He's a liar too. Everybody's lying. So really, what the fuck do you do, bro? And how do you go into an election? How do you go to a poll place and fucking put put a little X in the spot of in the spot of Democrat and Republican. After all of this, how do you do that? Are you going to do that? Are you going to vote?
Honestly, Thomas, I probably should go out and vote. I honestly haven't decided yet. To be honest, I haven't decided yet.
I mean,
I question the whole thing at this point, man. Like it's I don't know. You know, I'm just kind of in this like weird place with that whole thing.
I agree with you. It's not so weird, man. It's very logical. It's like it's all being rigged and we're all being sold to. This is all consume and buy.
It just all feels like a big show. Like it all feels like a big show.
I mean, it is a big show.
And it is a big show. It's like,
totally is.
You know, what was it? Rand Paul questioned Fauci about gain of function research.
Yeah.
And he literally just lied through his teeth and told Rand Paul that you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And you could tell someone said, next time that Rand Paul says something, just tell him he doesn't know what he's talking about. Occupy Democrats.
But this is literally like, I feel like this literally is just, this is like the merry-go-round we go through. It's just, these people go to they go and they testify and, you know, you see it on YouTube and it's got a bunch of views and everybody watches it and it's like, oh, like, you know, they got him, you know, but nothing happens. They just lie. And then, you know, the next person will testify and, you know, it's just nothing changes. It's just, this is the game that everybody plays and, you know, everybody talks about it but I mean, how much justice will really get served? You know, that's kind of where I'm at.
That's the problem with the country today, dude. There's no justice. And with no justice, there's no peace. They talk about rule of law, every party that's in power, because they get to write the laws. But really, there is no rule of law. When you have Pfizer and Moderna getting approved for their boosters, after they said that their vaccinations had a 95% accuracy or whatever, now they're saying that, you know, with time, it succeeds in effectiveness. So marijuana is still not fucking legalized or even descheduled. But the FDA is walking out the boosters for Pfizer and Moderna, while the senators and the House are Democrats and Republicans. They've got top stocks in Pfizer, Moderna, Bank of America, just like in 2008. The pharmaceutical industry and the banks and Wall Street are making out great, just like in 2008 when Barack Obama was president, bro. This is literally a Barack Obama three-peat. This is neoliberalism, bro. Hardcore. It's making me angry.
Yeah. You should be. These are the same people that are going to talk about how a stock is going to go down and you shouldn't buy this stock, and then they're going to be the ones to turn around and buy the stock.
Yes, they will, bro.
Those are the type of people.
And they will insider trade too. They'll insider trade and gotta go to jail. That pisses me off.
It just perplexes me that anybody would think that this country has their health in mind. Like that's their number one goal, is to make sure that you're healthy. So
all they want to do is get elected. That's why they're politicians. If you're not elected, you're not a politician. That's what politicians do. They don't give a shit about you. They just want to get elected. It's really hard to fucking wrap your mind around that. I don't know why. They're really not good at lying to me. They're so fucking horrible.
On the flip side of that, I feel like there are good people out there who probably are doing it for the right reasons.
It's like Sodom and Gomorrah, bro. There's like 3 righteous people.
Yeah,
I can count them on my hand.
Yeah,
And one of them got destroyed. She can't even fucking be a Democrat anymore. Because Hillary said she was a Russian asset. So now she's got to fucking go back to how I active duty. She got destroyed, bro. She got destroyed by Hillary and her machine. Meanwhile, Neera Tanden, her little sidekick witch, is getting into the Biden cabinet. And Gina Haspel, ex-CEO of Raytheon, is helping with the defense. We sent fucking drones to Qatar the other day. $500 million worth of drones. So the Saudis can continue killing people. We're such a land of opportunity and freedom. So that's what I'm like.
See, Thomas,
that's why I had to talk to you, bro.
This is like the underbelly that like people don't want to know that. They don't want to know that, like, you know, that we've got so much blood on our hands as a country. Like, people don't want to know that. They don't want to hear that, you know?
Yeah. They say you're unpatriotic. The right says you're unpatriotic if you don't fucking just state the obvious reality. I don't think that's because we're a racist country or anything. I'm not trying to be dramatic, but it is what it is. Money in politics ruined our political system. Neoliberalism ruined our incoming, our wealth, just the wealth disparity. These politicians are ruining our fucking checks and balances and our fucking civil liberties. It is what it is, bro. It's not like the criticism is not saying America's horrible. It's saying that we're getting there, though. We've got a dementia riddled old man as a puppet president. What's next? What's next now? What's next? Fucking Muppets? Muppet presidents?
Well, the problem is...
Kermit, get your tap shoes. Dust off your tap shoes. You next, bitch. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, it's just the problem is they're supposed to be a public servant, and they're anything but, but that. They're the most horrible people on earth, man. That's really the truth.
True. Yes, the public servant that fucking mandates vaccines. That's the public servant I've yet to meet. Because I thought you'd be serving the public and our inalienable rights, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Okay, so last question, because I haven't really talked to you about most of this stuff, man. I'm glad I am talking to you. See, we both agree on a lot. This whole vaccine mandate has really destroyed the whole pro-choice argument for the liberals. Do they realize that yet? Or how long is it going to take for them to realize that this whole that now that they've literally abandoned that my body, my choice argument, the Supreme Court is going to fucking just literally let every single thing that has to do with abortion stand when it comes to, states' rights. They've literally blown themselves in the foot with the pro-choice argument. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that everybody has to take a vaccine now? No, my body, my choice. Let's have a conversation with my doctor. It's all anti-vaxxers, the distinct minority, like Joe says. It's all your fault. You're all fats. You need to fucking go to Iowa.
It's yeah. I think if you were to talk to somebody who was really far on the left, let's say East Coast, where it's really bad, like New York, far left.
Wait, that's right.
They're watching CNN. They're watching the mainstream media. They're watching whatever their news every day, and they're pretty brainwashed by it. I think they would tell you that it's not just about you taking that vaccine. It's not about just your body. You are putting something in that could actually help save somebody else's life. So it's not just about you, Thomas.
I know.
You could be saving somebody else's life by taking that vaccine. So it's not just about your life. What about other people's lives?
It's the new way to take liberty.
So it's almost like this argument of well, this virus is so horrible. It's why wouldn't you want to put that vaccine in your body? You know what I mean? That's the answer. It's the vaccine, nothing else, right? So
yeah, just like Joe is the answer for Trump. I'm not listening. I'm not listening to anything. As you can tell, I know you can. Everything these guys say is wrong, all the time. So literally, they voted for Joe Biden just because he wasn't Trump, and look what happened. Everything these guys do is wrong. Every little mainstream conventional wisdom thing that they tell you to do is always wrong. Have you noticed that? It's always completely wrong. Yeah. Turns out there were weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. Turns out they're never right, bro. But they still keep on fucking keeping on, I guess.
This is why I love something like what Dave Chappelle's doing. He's getting they are trying to cancel him, and he's just walking through the fire. He's just sure, go ahead. I'm just gonna say what I'm gonna say, and
yeah,
I have he has the power in this.
I love that.
Most people just they get canceled and their career is over and they have no more power. Right. He has the power. They're canceling him, and it's doesn't matter.
But he has the power
because shows and
he has the power because
I'm going to show you my documentary, and it's helping him. Yes, exactly. It's actually it's actually backfiring. So that's the beautiful thing. It's the stressing effect.
Yeah, he has power because he did not trade it for security. He has liberty because he did not trade it for security.
He didn't sell.
That's what these partisans didn't fucking don't understand. If when you trade your liberties for security, then you get fear and you get no justice. This is the world that we're living in because we keep on trading our liberties for the fears of for security. That we'll never be fucking secure. This is the world we live in. We're not supposed to worry about that. We're supposed to have faith. We're supposed to have values and principles, not fear. So
well, the media has scared the shit out of people.
I know, bro. But I don't understand how you can believe them after 9/11. After they said weapons of mass destruction, a million times. There weren't any. After they've never been right. Like I just said, bro. Everything they've ever said has turned out to be completely wrong all the time. So literally, I mean, sorry guys. This is just a trend of them being complete. And they're not, by the way, it's not by mistake that they're wrong. Okay. They didn't fucking miscalculate. It is a fucking by design. We're going to be stupid on purpose. Fucking narrative that they're spinning for fear. So like literally it's clear as fucking day. So I know I did most of the talking, Micah. I'm sorry about that. It is my show though. But let me know. Give me an update if you vote, and let me know if you have any like words of wisdom for people, going through this good tradition in our country that signified an end from noblemen, kings, and rulers, and a start to democracy and a republican democracy, and is now back to a feudalist state with our fucking public servants thinking that they're rulers now. It's all gone full circle. How do we fucking cope with that? Besides the obvious insurrection. Just kidding, FBI. But do you have any last words, Micah? What do you think? Anything last closing thoughts?
No, I was just gonna say, you're just one voice. It's really hard because it's like everyone who's doing alternative, news. It's which I think is actually taking over. Like, I think podcasts are taking over. It's the mainstream is their ratings are horrible at this point. But people have been so brainwashed hearing all those voices for so long. It's really hard to get someone to kind of like see the truth. So even though you are just one voice, I was just gonna say it's important for people to hear the truth, because even me, like, I know what's going on. Like, I can see through things now. I can like see the bullshit, but I can even be brainwashed by things, and I don't even realize it's happening. And I'm thinking a certain way, and it's like, is that even true? So anyway.
Well, once the thing that unbrainwashes you is that you realize that you are brainwashed, and once you are aware of what's going on, you can't be brainwashed any longer. That's right. The cool thing about being brainwashed. So, guys, be free thinking, innovative, totally open minded. This is Tommy Nation Politics. We're gonna come at you live with election coverage tomorrow. Nothing really going on right now. Nancy Pelosi, she's probably drunk by now. The cares and the heroes. She's got a big day tomorrow, Nancy. Nancy's got a big day tomorrow. She's going to decide whether or not we all have fucking a social spending bill. So we got that vote in the House of Representatives. We'll see how that goes. Honestly, nothing's going to fundamentally change. Joe Biden already told us that. And I don't know if you guys realize this, but Joe Biden, to the people that matter to him, he's really backed up on his campaign promises of nothing fundamentally changing. So, I'll be free thinking, innovative, open-minded. Don't be Democrat or Republican. Tommy Nation Politics.